Hi, good morning. Today is January 4th, Thursday. It's 2 days after I woke up from a 5 day slumber. Okay, so I would say that hurt people indeed. Okay, so my name is Philbert. I'm 49 years old. I'm a teacher, an artist, filmmaker. I freelance as internal and external auditor, and occasionally I'm into acting. Okay, so there, I'm doing a record of this because I just have reserved our business name, A House of Joy Inc., together with my co-teacher from Montessori Filipino, teacher Annie. Okay, so we're doing an engagement, like coming up with a non-profit. Okay, like what I said, the title is House of Joy Inc. and the core activities of said non-profit are it's going to serve as an oasis for talents and vulnerabilities and sanctuary for the sample. Okay, so I'm using House of Joy Inc. instead of Nevertheless Montessori because sometimes people are kind of intimidated of me using Montessori as a leverage because not everybody knows that Montessori was founded by a medical doctor in psychiatry, Maria Montessori. Okay, so I'm also proud that I come from a LaSalle school in Mindanao. I see LaSalle, now LaSalle Uzamis. Uh, I left LaSalle Uzamis with a degree BS accountancy in 1995, and after working as a medical rep for 3 years, I came to Manila and then tried to apply in OB Montessori as a math teacher, but unfortunately, I was accepted to be an internal auditor. And then after 3 years, I was kind of like picked up to replace an outgoing internal audit manager who migrated to the US. Okay, so I'm recording this because I feel bad about what happened to me in December 27. Yeah, immediately that day after we presented our observations and recommendations to the Department of Finance, DOF, EITI, Extractive Industries. Okay, so prior to that, I was working exhaustively since December 24, and because it's holidays, so my brother who lives with me kind of like, did have his own party from friends outside. So there was a struggle of having to have a good sleep, and yeah, I know I'm medicated, so I kind of like regress and I hurt people that I love. Yeah, so it's a given. I've been always vocal on this that I committed suicide twice, and the second one got me to a PGH emergency. Okay, so but before that, in 2021, immediately after the series of lockdowns in 2020, I was seen, not really seen physically, but yeah, I spoke to a professional who is a psychiatrist, and he kind of figured I could be an ADHD induced bipolar. Okay, so following my PGH emergency, okay, I was diagnosed as Yeah, I have it here so that I will know. I won't be lying. I was bipolar disorder 2 and MRA depressed. Okay, so most probably I had this already since I was a child, but was not seen because we were poor and poverty hindered everything. So, in fact, I graduated the class valedictorian in Mount Carmel High School, 1991, and then went to a nursing school for a year. And I always like excel in talking and some writing maybe. And then even when I went to LaSalle, that means taking up BS accountancy, I really did excel in talking and writing. So most probably I have had that bipolar disorder already, but was not seen by a psychiatrist. Okay, so so there. I would read this because I would read the admitting diagnosis. So in PGH, toxic effects of multiple drug ingestion, magnesium, ascorbic acid, amlodipine, tramadol, profenazone, paracetamol, caffeine, saridon, subacute with mild signs of toxicity, chronic substance abuse, methamphetamine, and alcohol. Brief history of present illness. Patient admitted to having problems recently with work and finances. He was medically well, until 3 weeks prior, he had a fight with his cousin, so who he lives with. Thus, he decided to live with his friends, and they would bring some drinking Light, some alcohol. So 5 days prior, he started feeling more depressed. That he decided to drink 30 tabs of magnesium tablet, 30 tabs of ascorbic acid, 10 tabs of amlodipine, 7 tabs of tramadol, and 3 first tabs saridon. Okay, so there. So after that, I kind of like experienced nervous breakdown. So I sought help from a filmmaker friend who runs a nonprofit, the Love Life Project. Uh, Direct Chris Pablo. He wanted me to help the activities during that time for Love Life Project. But for a week that I was there with him in the apartment, I was just sleeping, and he could not reconcile that because he saw me very zealous and very talkative. So I told him about what happened, and he sought help from our artist society, artist welfare. So Miss Jan Bondo immediately ushered me to go to PGH. So I stayed there for like 48 hours. I was seen by a psychiatrist too. So yeah, he diagnosed me of having bipolar disorder 2 and MRE depressed. Okay, so after that, I was facilitated to be having a therapy, sort of therapy in Cebu City from my friend Leslie, who's a CEO in there, and I was seen by another doctor, therapist there. So I stayed there like for a month. Okay, so it culminated with Odette, so that devastated Cebu. So I just attended outpatient therapy sessions twice, and I stayed in a PNP dorm. So I was listening. I was introduced to Bernie Brown, so I listened to his tour talks, and it did help me. So when I recovered from um, nervous breakdown, I told my friend Leslie if I could go back to Cubao. That was December 25, and she told me, well, if it makes you happy, then go on. Okay, so there. I understand that I have had a very long struggle with alcohol, and God knows how I really made an effort to actually kill my alcoholism. So I did try for a while baclofen, which I even like imported from India or Pakistan by boxes. But the more I actually took them, I became more alcoholic. So, and I had bouts of uh, depression after that. And when I'm drunk, I kind of like quarrel with so many acquaintances and people that I get along with at random. So yeah, until I got to meth, and it could have helped me. It did. Okay, so the first psychiatrist that I had gave me a cocaine derivative, which is Sertraline, so that I can focus. But I kind of not responded very well. So right now, I actually sought help from my psychiatrist in PGH if I could get the prescription of Quetiapine 300 that helps me tire my brain and get me to sleep. And if I could like take Desoxin in replacement of Ritalin. I haven't gotten a reply yet, but hopefully I can visit him. Okay, so I'm recording this because I really feel bad about myself. So I learned that I'm bipolar 2. I think this is indeed a serious ailment, a mental health illness, because to be honest, when I applied for a PW disability with the Social Security Commission or with the SSS, I got like 45,000 as a disability insurance. Okay, to be honest, here in the Philippines, when you die, you only get like 25,000 as a funeral benefits. Okay, so there. Uh, yeah, I'm really now because of Gabor Mate, who's a doctor, he's a family doctor in Canada and a retired doctor now, and was and had an experience with the palliative care to ones with terminal illnesses and eventually with addiction department in a hospital in Canada, I guess. So, so right now he's really a strong advocate of addiction. So addiction not necessarily with substances, alcohol, nicotine, with many other addictive behaviors. Okay, so with his pronouncements and with his experiences, lived experiences, being 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 ushered through various platforms of podcasts. So I am enlightened that all mental health illnesses can actually, can be healed. And I understand that being bipolar, I am very susceptible to depression. If every day, if not every day, almost uh, in most cases, I am depressed. Okay, so right now, having been having confronted with all my bad and maybe some good, I can let go of a trajectory how to heal myself. So okay, so with that template of acknowledgement, awareness that you have that, then authenticity, which I'm really so vulnerable and authentic, and then agency, taking responsibility of who I am, attachments. I am kind of like having a very yeah, having an optimism that I can heal. So except that I guess I need to like do body work and commune with nature and talk to people at random and sort of do uh, like when we were children, do play uh, in the community, okay, so that I would achieve the normal kind of therapy that's essential or that's peculiar to my healing process. Okay, so I'm a vocal also that my brother could be bipolar as well. So having been able to discuss this in my previous talks, it's not like associating blame to whoever, to my father maybe, who I can't reconcile that probably he was murdered. Okay, and then yeah, and because I am aware of my susceptibility and tendencies towards addictive behaviors and self-destruction. So I want to be able to highlight or capitalize on my strength so that I can also turn around because my situation is really very depressing and it can handicap me, especially when I'm confronted with the dreaded nervous breakdown. Okay, so there. So there. Now I understand that with my being susceptible to addictive behaviors and other forms of destructibility, and this truth that I cannot really focus on mundane words. But however, my capacity is into a realization of a particular goal. So that's why, although I was an accountancy graduate, I morphed into my core as an artist, filmmaker, storyteller. Okay, kasi the truth of the matter is, when I was at LaSalle Zames, I was features editor, managing editor of the school paper for like 4 years. And I was always the representative of the school for quests for various species and talks. Okay, so I'm really apologetic for what happened like December 27. I did regress. So I hope I can sort of make Bowie to the people that I hurt because truth of the matter, I love them so much. Okay, so and I'm just trying to size up now that I won't get as far as experiencing nervous breakdown again because next is that dreaded suicidal ideation which I really dislike. So it's my end goal also that I can stop all these medicines or brain meds and all these addictive behaviors and become the very person that I am. So there's this promise that since mental illnesses are like symptomatic of childhood trauma, okay, which is like a psychological wound that embeds in the nervous system. I hope I can pull through and I'll bring along my brother dear friend, to my quest for total sobriety and become responsible citizens of the country, responsible citizens of planet Earth. Okay, so yeah, I hope I can pull through with this talking furthermore. I still wanted to live because I wanna see my niece Bea to really like finish school, and my two kids RR and Tutoy, that they can finish school as well, and my other pumpkins and loved ones, that knowing that being bipolar I cannot really like do massive task works and all of that. So I kind of like, I hope I can get a partner, somebody to really like do this. Okay, but yeah, and very, I'm happy like today I was able to do like scan copy all the paperwork and in combined PDF. I combined them into one and make it PDF and submit it to Fieldjet. So that's a very that's an achievement for me. Okay. Since I know that I am goal directed as far as my illness is concerned, I hope I can pull through House of Joy Inc. and make this also a platform or a talk show, podcast. Okay, and so that in the past I was using Montessori, but to be honest, I'm really inspired by Maria Montessori, who was a medical doctor in psychiatry. My teacher Amy, and in handling House of Joy Inc., I know very well because she is a graduate of psychology from the University of Santo Tomas, and used to teach special children also like me in Montessori Filipino. So I hope I can turn around. Okay, so I'm really apologetic for Hazel and my love Diaz for what happened. I was just like, there's this unreconciled thoughts surrounding what happened to my niece, but yeah, my bipolar mind actually kind of like figured it out differently. So that's unreconciled, and my rages came made me a monster. It's like this unreconciled thought that my father could have been murdered as well. I'm really apologetic. So I hope to make up. I hope to be able to go through all this activity spending so that yeah, it could be I could be I could be of use to my friends and family and other loved ones despite my handicap. And I hope that I can find a steady partner on doing tax and business consulting, especially with TestWorks, so that I can move on to goal-oriented activities. Because I know that with this, I can read, I can send my niece to college and my two kids as well, and my loved ones, my other nieces and nephews as well. What else? I hope I can publish even an ebook, My Heart's Bed, and I don't know, with other art endeavors. Okay, so there. just hope and pray that I can become better. Yeah, if this is a psychological wound, government says that I am not the wound. Okay, so and very funny because I also learned that within that healing process, you become childlike as well, okay, in your behavior, and you become like a narcissist as you heal because one dominant behavior of a child is really feeling like narcissistic because a child wants everybody's attention in the family and other caregivers to be focusing on him or her. So yeah, I think I'm healing, but I falter, and that's alright. I just don't wanna like experience killing myself again. Yeah, and to my beloved loved Tias and Hazel, and to my brother John Lee, and to my friend Adrian. I don't know. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for understanding my disability. Rest assured that you guys are in my heart.